I can't help but explain that I have a feeling in the air, and I have a big feeling that I'm not alone, and I am here to bring my feelings to light and ultimately talk to the community and see how you guys are feeling about this fight between Islam Makhachev and Dustin Poirier. Now, when I go on Instagram and check in comment sections, it would appear that majority of fans are truly rooting for Dustin Poirier and want him to win by any means, but really they just can't see it happening. And if I'm going to be honest, I am kind of in the same boat, okay? But in this video right now, I'm going to be talking out loud, or thinking out loud I should say, and really evaluating everything going into this fight and how it can really be Dustin Poirier's destiny, alright? Now, first things first, before we get into these curses and these theories and these things that could play an advantage to Dustin Poirier, we need to understand what is in front of us in Islam Makhachev, guys. Islam Makhachev, simply the best lightweight on the planet, in my opinion. I don't think there's anyone that could come close to him at this moment. I think calling him the pound-for-pound #1 fighter is completely fair. Now, I know you guys know I'm not going to sit here and explain, well, Islam just head-kicked Volkan before that. He beat Volkan in a close decision. Okay, you guys know all that. I know you know all that, alright? What I am going to say is I hate how people discredit Makhachev's resume and act like he has not fought real lightweights or any real contenders, when I think that that's simply not true. And I think that the Volk wins are very impressive. Even if the second one, sure, it's short notice, fat Volk, doesn't look great. He did get a head kick knockout against, a pound-for-pound fighter, and he beat the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world. That's Volkanovski. That's not just some fucking featherweight motherfucker, okay? I'm standing up for Volk right now. I'm standing on business because a lot of people see, oh, he just defends against the featherweight. Yeah, it's the best featherweight, okay? With that being said, let me cool down. Drew Dober is a good win. Thiago Moises, good win. Dan Hooker, good win. Bobby Green. Look, these four are like Khabib's Edson Barboza. Not really RDA, but like these are the pre-championship wins. And then when he gets the title fight after the win streak, he wins. I am pissed he beat Oliveira. To this day, I really want Oliveira to win that. Same with the Volkanovski fights, but my main point in this part of the video is Islam is for real. I'm not one of these guys who's a Dagestani hater and thinks that he was gifted a title shot and he hasn't fought a real lightweight. I think Islam is no joke, and I think Islam is most likely going to submit Dustin Poirier, unfortunately. However, we cannot lose hope just yet, as it is now time to speak one-on-one with the MMA gods and talk about all the things that could factor into Dustin Poirier pulling this off, and ultimately creating what would be one of the best moments in all of UFC history, in my opinion. A Dagestani guy has never been knocked out as a champion in front of a big crowd and gotten a big reaction from it, and especially if it's going to be someone like Dustin Poirier, man, oh man, we got to speak these things out loud. We need to manifest them. Even if you don't believe in these curses and shit, that's alright, okay? I don't either. I'm not very superstitious like this, but listen, when it comes to Dustin Poirier getting the undisputed belt, we got to play into these a little bit, alright? I really want Dustin to win. No hiding it. So, let's take a look at a few of these curses, alright? We'll start with the curses. First things first, we need to take a look at the two strongest curses on the card. That being the undefeated 35-year-old curse that's going against Dustin Poirier, and the undefeated Paulo Costa curse that's going against Islam Makhachev. These two curses have a 100% success rate. Unless we're counting 170 for the title fights, then as you see, super genius Luke Thomas, his tweet says that the 2 wins belong to Tyron Woodley, which is true, but he's 170, alright? So 155 and down, no one's won at 35 plus, and then obviously no one's beaten the champion or no one's defended the belt on a card with Paulo Costa. So, in this curse versus curse matchup, who am I picking? Which curse is going to prevail? And well, guys, I feel like the 35-year-old curse is more likely to be broken. Do you hear me? I think so, because look at how the losses took place for the champions. They were all upsets, pretty much. Volk lost to Ilya. Okay, that was recent. That sucked. Usman lost to Leon after looking like he wouldn't, or after looking like Usman was going to defend easily. That's how strong the curse is. The fight had 1 minute left, and the MMA gods realized, oh shit, and they made it happen. Alright, UFC 241, DC lost to Stipe after winning most of the fight. Stipe just started to punch a fat guy in the stomach, and it worked. Right? DC and Stipe first time. Alright, Stipe gets knocked the fuck out by a stupid punch that he probably shouldn't have, you know? And, I don't want to say that was a fluke, but... And then, to seal the deal, UFC 217, all 3 champions lose. And Aldo lost. Someone's gonna break the 35 curse. It would be someone like Dustin, who sure has taken a bit of damage, but also doesn't really strike me as a... I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but Dustin, I feel like Dustin's just Dustin. He's been the same Dustin. It's not like, he's not on a decline, right? So I think he's fine, and I think the Costa curse is going to hold up if one of these is gonna. Alright, and with those 2 curses explained, we can talk about the real stars aligning things going on for Dustin and why I get the vibe that he has this title fight in the bag. Number 1, the Prudential Center, the arena that the fight is taking place at, is on Lafayette Street. I'm sure you've heard that, but Dustin Poirier, his hometown is called Lafayette. Me personally, I'm not losing on my hometown street, okay? So, that's pretty compelling, okay? Next thing is the custom shorts, okay? Obviously, guys who wear the custom shorts, they win, okay? We saw on UFC 300, everyone with custom shorts won, except for Gaethje. But Gaethje's custom shorts were lame, and he lost to Max, who had cooler ones, okay? And Poirier's definitely going to have the cooler shorts in there, so... It is what it is for Makhachev, man. I think the fight's done. You know, these shorts are going to be too strong. Obviously, I'm joking around. But, hey, it's something, man. As a hardcore Poirier fan, we gotta reach for the straws, okay? Next thing, daughter in crowd, okay? For the first time ever, Dustin's bringing his kid to the fight, alright? And we might see, like, a new mythical fighter unlocked, like dad mode, or, like, daughter's close Poirier. Okay, I don't know about that. Dustin Poirier 6-0 in June. A lot of the June fights were earlier in his career, but he is 6-0 in June. The last time he fought in June was against Dan Hooker. Okay? 3rd time's a charm for the title. Alright, that's my next one. And then, he has not lost in the tri-state area. Alright, he's undefeated around there. He beat Jim Miller, he beat Michael Chandler, and he's now going to beat Islam Makhachev, all in that area of the country. And is it dumb to put stock in these? Yes. But these are things that... Look, guys, these curses hold up, okay? And I think that this is such an interesting fight because so many curses are going against each other. And we're going to see which curses are legit threats in the UFC, right? And they all are. But we're going to see what prevails. And with that being said, guys, my final message, my final manifestation that I've got to put out there in the universe for the MMA gods is to just hear this speech, okay? Dear MMA gods, Dustin Poirier is a man who deserves to beat Islam Makhachev. Islam, everything's been perfect so far. We need to see things get interesting, alright? So, if you're backing Poirier in this fight, like I am figuratively, even though, like I said, I'm picking Makhachev, comment down below. Let me know if anyone else just has that feeling in the air. This has Upset City written all over it, okay? And MMA gods, please let me come back to this screen and see the win facing Dustin, okay? Also, guys, Strickland and Holland are going to win. Easy. And, yeah, that's my first video back in a while, and I will talk about this fight as soon as it's done. If anyone watched this, thank you. If not, I understand. I'm going to be getting back into the swing of things and doing more content in this style. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.